Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Matthew, your Dungeon Master, and god dang it, my audio is coming through both ways. Hold on a moment, folks. Let me just adjust that, because for some reason, audio was feeding back through my speakers, which means y'all would have heard me talking a couple seconds later, and that would have got annoying real quick. Okay, that's all taken care of now. So let's try again. Welcome to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus. It's a very special Monday, as not only are we hit our 70th episode this evening, but on top of that, we are now celebrating our 4 years of this streaming community. So a couple of big things is, if you've been around, if you were, last night's stream kicked it off with Rime of the Frost Maiden, and there will be giveaways every night. We're going to be opening our giveaway a little later on this evening, so make sure you hang out. We have some wonderful things to give away. And actually, I'm going to give a little bit of a teaser for folks. And, oh wait, no, I won't, because I didn't put it on this slide. I gotta wait till my other players arrive, who are running a couple minutes behind. But you'll find out soon. Let's just say it's going to be fun, and it includes something from our good friend DM Matt from the Delve Requisite crew on Tuesdays. You may remember him if you've been with us with this channel for a little while as Bitter Jack. On this channel, the stream. But before we jump too far into what's going on with us, let's jump into our sponsors. Want to say thanks to Little Dragon Corp. You can put exclamation Little Dragon into chat. That'll give you a link to their website. Don't forget to use the discount code PROBONUS. Get you 10% off your order. They ship anywhere in the world, so check them out. They've got all sorts of fun stuff. Our giveaways this evening are actually courtesy of our other sponsor, Cardboard Castle Games. So you can put an exclamation point CCG into chat. It'll give you a link to their website. If you happen to be local to me and my buddy Michael, you can find him in Evans, Georgia, just about a 45-50 minute ride from me, a little closer for him. Definitely check out their website, though. They have the D&D stuff, they have magic cards, they have a whole bunch of stuff. They are your friendly local game store, so if you happen to be in the area, or if you're coming down to visit, go check them out. With that being said, let's jump into what happened last time. Our party has been exploring this strange new realm. They've come to know that it is called Kryn. And after being dumped here somewhat strangely, they came to realize that this mountain that they had been told that Artemis's mother was being held in was located in this same realm. They traveled to the mountain, proceeded to find out that it was not a hostage situation as some of them had feared, but a situation where Artemis's mother did not have a way to get home. However, she had arrived in this realm. She did not have the necessary items to transport herself home. Our party made their way there. Some tears were shed during a very heartfelt conversation between Artemis and Mother. They proceeded to go do a little bit of shopping. Lord knows this party has enough money to buy pretty much anything they want. So Artemis bought their mother some very fine clothing, a nice set of leather armor for Artemis, because I know you weren't with us last session. Basically, whatever sort of leather you want to pick up for her, that's of the non-magic variety. So whether it's regular leather, studded, anything like that, your mother's now got it. And eventually managed to be approached by this strange tiefling calling itself Jericho. Murdoch advised them that this was in fact her boss, and Jericho said that I can definitely get everybody home, just not until tomorrow. The party decided to do a little shopping, wander around, and 3 members wandered off on their own just to pick up some knickknacks, and that would be Furia, Rose, and our beloved grandmother Sarah. As they noticed a group of knights carrying in this strange box, our three intrepid shoppers followed them, saw them bring it into a room called Weapons Development on the 15th level. Sarah decided that the best way to investigate this would be to remove her glasses, which she needs to see, and to stumble her way into the room and just sort of go with the hands-out approach and feel her way around. She reached in and had an experience with whatever was in the box. Furia and Rose eventually found her, dragged her out of the room. Strangely, the guards didn't seem present. But eventually they got everyone back to their rooms, and promptly all collapsed unconscious. And that is where we are starting this evening's session. Actually, for those of you who are here, do me a favor, go ahead and roll initiative for me. I want to see who we're starting with here. With those
For
rolls.
me?
Okay, go ahead, Rose, what you got?
8.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, so we have Rose at an 8. We have Jericho at a 14.
15.
We got Murdoch at a 15.
Furia has a 10.
Okay, Fury is at a 10.
Hello?
Okay, we
Hello.
have a Lydia joining us. So give me just a second, folks at home. I'm going to real quick shuffle some imagery around here.
Quick, roll initiative! Oh no.
I don't think it's a fight. I think it's just order of things we're doing.
Okay, so we're going to...
You think
know.
or you know?
I don't know, but I do think.
Oh, actually, that worked perfectly. I think.
Good
Let me take a
answer.
look. Okay, so now we got to... Yep.
I have no think, but I must brain.
So we are going to jump over to another screen here. Hey, that actually worked exactly as intended.
Hey!
Sometimes I almost impress myself. Okay, so now we will hide Sarah's camp so you don't have that annoying image. And now that we are on this screen for our viewers at home, I'm going to throw this up and block myself out for a moment. And toss up our giveaway. While I take a quick moment. So this will be a hard copy version of Candlekeep Mysteries, a set of dice. And again, I mentioned we have something from DM Matt on Tuesdays. He is including one of his hand-drawn maps from his Tuesday campaign.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, we do not have that to display a picture of, but that will be coming as well. So bear with me just a moment. I was a little off on my guesstimate on Jericho's location on his camera.
We just did one of the Candlekeep Mysteries last Wednesday. I ran it. It was very
Played
fun.
with Matt too. His maps are meticulous. They are amazing. So if you want one, please join in the raffle because they are really work smart. And you can tell that he's put so much time into handcrafting them. So
Is it one that he's already drawn, or will he draw one for the winner?
I am not
it's
sure.
really
I was
hard.
not.
oh,
I was just told it was one from one of his from his campaign. So I'm assuming it's a
Ooh,
pre-drawn.
Okay.
But
Very
I'm not
fun.
certain. And then
they are pretty awesome to behold though.
give me a second to fix my own camera now, and then we will jump in. Okay, so we're going. Art, what was your initiative?
8.
Okay.
Oh, you're not kidding. I have to roll initiative. You're
No,
kidding.
no, I'm
not
not.
kidding at all.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so we gotta break this on. Let's go. Well, I understood myself a little bit. That is okay. I will just be slightly askew for this evening, so I mean, if I'm a little off center on my camera frame, folks, we're gonna jump right back into things. And Lydia, what's yours?
13.
Okay. So we actually are. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, no, that's right. And then we have. Just where everyone else knows, Sarah actually rolled a 6.
Oh, no.
So that actually works out beautifully for us, where Sarah's not here yet.
Yeah.
So, at least I'm assuming it's a 6. I rolled a 2 on the die, so I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt and assuming she's got a +4 to her dex.
Yeah, like 5 or 6.
Yeah. So either way, it'll be either an 8 or lower. So. Okay, so we will start with Murdoch. So Murdoch, as you feel your eyes close, and then immediately your eyes open again, as you can hear a lot of ambient noise coming from a larger room somewhere nearby. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Alrighty then. 1 perception check. A natural 1. 2.
Okay. It is rather difficult for you to make out what, if anything's being said, but you can tell, even with that there is a rather lively event going on.
Am I just sort of in like a room by myself?
Yeah,
or...
as you're looking around, you seem to be in a room in an inn. It's rather nicely furnished. It's a large headboard on the bed, 2 vertical spires, and then the sort of arching woodwork. All sorts of intricate scrolling on this headboard. As you're looking at it, is very reminiscent of waves.
This is why I don't like jumping down through several floors and then being launched up via cannons. Makes an old woman dizzy. Oh, fiddlesticks. Where's the rest of them gone off to? I will go towards, if there doesn't seem like any of like my things are in this room, if it's just sort of bare, I'll move towards the sound, because I'm assuming everyone's probably drinking without me.
So as you look around, you don't see anything that jumps out and screams, "This is my room," but as you're looking, you have all your belongings with you.
Right?
You've got, basically it looks like you came in here to take a nap, just sort of set everything on a chair. And it's just, you've got everything right within arm's reach as you start heading out.
I will head towards the commotion.
Okay, as you start heading out, we are going to jump over as you open your door, and immediately you start hearing more lively music starting to come. You can hear conversations coming. And you can see as you walk out, you are in a very long hallway. Doors on each side. And as you're sort of looking around the room, each door has a name on it.
What sort of names? This is all kind of quite strange. She's a little suspicious. We did do rolls right before we fell asleep. Am I?
Yes, but you haven't quite got there yet.
Haven't quite. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
for those
on.
at home, the party was sort of wondering what happened because some people are mechanically, rules as written, unable to be affected by sleep. So we discussed some of this offside. So it will make sense in a moment or two.
Yeah, what sort of names are on these doors? I'm
So-
having a very hard time remembering how we got here.
So as you sort of walk out of your room and start to turn, the door just diagonal and towards the noise from you says Jericho.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I
think
think
too noisy.
I think it's just the name on the door. I don't know if you're present.
Okay.
There's one way to find out, isn't there?
I do suppose so. I wonder if I've gotten into one of his mansions that he likes to make. That sounds like something that he would have done. I will see if the door is locked for sure.
Oh, okay. As you walk over and you try the door, it does not appear to be locked. And as
Creak
you
it open and just.
and you see Jericho. Slowly seems to be coming back to consciousness. Looks like Jericho was just taking a nap too.
Okay.
This seems rather deja vu. Good morning, afternoon. I've completely lost track of the time.
Good day, love. It's. Oh god. It's far too noisy.
Do you not know what's going? I thought that
Blink, blink.
this is not the inn that I remember. Not entirely. I figured that you had decided to make us a wonderful mansion to stay in. You know, since. And she taps the, like, nameplate on the door.
Yeah, he'll look around sort of the inn room that he's in.
As you're starting to peer around, you're seeing a very similar decor to what Murdoch saw. As you look at the bed, it's that same style with the two posts and that headboard in the middle, and the headboard seems to have this wave motif moving towards the middle. Other than that, it's a very sort of bare bones, just a standard room at an inn.
So yeah, he'll just kind of like furrow his brow and like look around, and then turn towards Murdoch and be like, "I would, if I had the spell slot to do so. However, I'm currently hurting for that level of magic, seeing as I needed to take you home. And I would never create something this ugly."
Then that's not right. This doesn't. You need to get up out of bed because I would like to know where the rest of all of my companions are, since you do not want to claim responsibility.
Yes, of course. Give me.
You better say something less than 60 seconds.
I will simply just not speak, then. And he's going to get himself up and out of bed.
Okay. So as you two are doing that, we find ourselves with Lydia coming back to consciousness. Lydia, make an intelligence check for me.
13.
Okay. As you sort of open your eyes, and you have that same sense as you're looking around the room, the same motif. For some reason, this feels familiar to you. Can't put your finger on it.
Am I still drunk?
Nope. You feel sober.
Ooh. Oh. Which means I'm sober here. Okay,
That's
do
a good
I?
point. You were drunk when you went to the inn,
Yeah.
so you probably don't realize that this looks different at all. You're waking up in your room.
Okay. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, do I feel sick? No, I don't feel sick. Why am I awake? That's odd.
You do notice, though, which is somewhat strange for you, as you're getting this sort of familiar feel. You know you're in a mountain. This wave motif that you're seeing on the furniture. It's not something you would expect to necessarily see. You wouldn't expect it in a mountain.
Okay.
It takes you back. Reminds you of
Reminds
the
me
ocean.
of my pirate days. Would I hear the noise, or would I?
You can definitely hear something off in the distance. The music is loud. There's definitely some sort of thing going on.
Dancing. If there's one thing drunk Lydian needs, it's always dancing. All right. Now, start storming towards the door.
Okay, so as you're opening up, that brings us over to Furia, who is starting to come to with the same noise. Furia, make an intelligence check for me.
17.
Okay, so you are feeling that same sense of familiarity. Unlike Lydia, though, you were not drunk when you got here. So you're remembering a little clearer. It's bringing your memory back, way back, to Mintarn. Takora is very reminiscent of an inn you stayed at there.
That was a very long time ago. Sort of look around, curious, get up. Where is everybody else? I thought we were going shopping. This doesn't make sense. I'll wander out into the hallway.
And as you're wandering out, you almost get run over by Lydia, who seems to be rapidly moving towards the noise.
Oh, well. Lydia? What's going on?
Some sort of party? That's what's going on, Furia. And we're not at it.
Are you sure this is where we're supposed to be? It seems a little, not the place that we were a couple moments ago. I don't know, was it moments? Was it days?
To be honest, I've no idea what's been going on since I reached the bottom of this jam mountain. When we fell on the ground.
Maybe that drop did hit me a little bit hard. I didn't think this was the inn we landed in.
I think that's just to remind you of your own mortality at that point, and yeah, that's just a mean joke. Yeah, I have no idea.
Can I do a perception check or something on see if I notice the other doors and nameplates? Dirty 20.
Okay, so as you're walking in, you can see, right as you're walking in, you're looking at Lydia. Almost directly across from you, slightly more towards the noise, you can see a sign that says Roswin. Then you see another one as you're sort of turning look. You can see Jericho's name a little further up the hallway. And you see one other door that says Art.
I didn't think the people at Nevermind would label our doors. Maybe it's something gnomes do with all of their I don't know. Lydia, have you seen anybody else? As she goes down the hallway. I suppose they'll get up when they get up. I'll see what the noise is about with you.
Okay, so as the two of you are heading down that way, and that brings us to Rose and Art. So we're going to start with Rose. So as you are waking up, Rose, again, you have that same sort of sensation as this doesn't feel like the inn you carried the unconscious Sarah back to? You brought it in. It was a, very stone motif. Stone benches. There was woodworking in it, but it was primarily stone. This has a very ocean-minded imagery in the furniture. It's all wood. It's very sort of posh, very comfortable.
This doesn't seem like in a mountain anymore. Do I recognize anything? Anything familiar?
Not for Rose, no.
And I hear like music.
Yeah, you hear
outside?
the music. You can hear. At this point, you can hear very heavy footfalls as Lydia is rapidly making her way down the hall. You can hear some conversations. I'd make a perception check for me.
Okay. 12.
Oh, okay. So you can hear some conversations that's difficult to make out, but you can definitely hear Lydia. She's a little bit more boisterous. She's more excited. So you definitely know that something's going on out there, but not sure what's being said.
I think I hear Lydia. And then she'll head for the door and out into the hall.
Okay. And as you start coming out, we're going to jump over Art. How would you be proceed as you are now coming to consciousness? Make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, okay.
Actually, are you proficient in history?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so straight intelligence check then.
Okay. 26.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you
So-
think that's high enough?
Art, as you wake up and you start looking around, you have a moment. You have a borderline panic attack
Oh, good.
as you remember perfectly coming down, sitting down in a hotel room with your mother, and as your eyes open and you look around and you look at the room, you recognize this place. It was run by a very lovely person by the name of Rian. You stayed there for a couple of nights on the island of Mintarn. You have woken up in an inn in the Flying Pelican.
Dang it! Cool. All right. You know what? I'm gonna hope that I said "dang it" loud enough for other people to hear. But, is my mom here, or is she not here?
As you look around, you do not see her in the room with you. Everyone else, with the exception of Sarah, go ahead and make a perception check for me. And Murdoch, if you were talking, you are muted.
I was hoping I got another natural one, and it's an 8 for 9.
Got a 15.
21.
Oh, okay.
18.
And Lydia?
I also rolled. Wait, that one. Did someone else roll in that one?
No.
I rolled that one.
Okay.
Great.
Oh.
8.
So, there are a few of you who don't hear Art. Lydia is just focused. Music, party, I'm gone. Anyone who rolled above a 15 heard Artemis scream. Dang it.
Oh. Someone's having a bad morning.
Yeah, I'd probably divert to Art's room as I'm going down the hallway.
I'm really fine. Hex,
Oh.
I'm just a little bit confused is all.
Not you. I believe I recognize that voice. One of your friends shouting, "Dang it." They should really watch their mouth. Profanity around strangers is not good.
Get like your beats on. You can show me where you heard it.
Okay. Pulls on coat fully. Let's go. I'll lead Murdoch down towards the noise.
Okay. Rose, would you be heading over to the noise as well?
Yeah, so I didn't hear it.
Oh,
from
you
my
okay?
roll,
So
but do I see like all the foot traffic?
You
Uh,
said
you-
over 15, and Rose had
Yeah.
15.
oh, sorry, 15 and over. So yeah, Rose
Oh,
would have heard
okay,
it
okay.
as well. My-
Yeah, in that
Yeah,
case, I
sorry.
will.
Yeah. So the majority of you start to cluster towards Artemis's door as Lydia has disappeared down the hall and around the corner. So we will start with the group of you as you open. Well, are you opening the door? What are you doing as you all sort of get to the Art's door? Just
Yeah, I tried the door and see, because I'm probably one of the closest people. So I tried the door.
it opens right up for you, and you can see Art. What sort of condition would you be in?
Probably scampering around the room trying to figure out, is there a window? When I look out a window, if there's a window, what do I see?
There is a window as you look out. Crystal blue sea.
Doesn't help me at all. Okay. No, just frantic, which is, you know what, almost their normal state, but yeah.
Art, are you alright?
Why are we here? This is not where we should be.
Well, I think I know where we might be. Remember that really
this
that
place?
inn from way back?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, well, it's not where we're supposed to be.
No, it's
Well,
not.
we were inside of a mountain.
I know. My mother is gone
Is this,
again.
is this
No.
like a dream, or what is
There wasn't a
Anyone
name in the
remember what-
hallway
happened?
for Art's mom, was there?
You did not see one, no.
Oh, this is kind of like a weird, sort of dream, sort of like
Just
a fun inn. Just
Maybe
super
somebody
fun.
wanted us here for some reason.
You've been here before, you said.
Hmm.
is this
Yeah.
one of the in your notes?
This is where we met. This is where we all hired onto that pirate ship.
The tavern.
Well, except
Yeah.
for
Uh,
Sarah. You know, everybody we met after, but Lydia and Art and myself.
All right. Well, where is? Hold on, I'm getting everything in my head. Jericho, you could not teleport us because you needed a nap. Did you have enough of a nap, and you're just playing some sort of prank?
Mm,
Are you taking so long to answer? I don't know.
no.
Ah.
All right. Well, has anyone seen Lydia?
She went
We
towards
have-
the noise.
We have Rose.
I heard
She was excited for a
footsteps
party.
that I would swear were Lydia's, but I didn't see her by the time I walked out my door.
Has anyone
She's at the
seen-
noise.
Has anyone seen Sarah?
No, now that you mention it.
Artemis?
I guess at that, does that like spark any memory for me? Of, like the last thing I was doing?
So you wouldn't have any trouble remembering that you had carried, you and Furia sort of
Okay.
weekend at Bernie's Sarah down to the hotel room.
As a
Okay,
mouse.
okay.
I didn't hear that part. Okay.
we
You
didn't wake
all-
up in the same room.
No. You all left. You all
we
left.
brought-
Where did you go? Where did you go? In Mount Nevermind.
Well, Rose, do you want to tell, or should I?
I can, I guess. So, those guards that brought in that trinket, or whatever it was, for the gnomes to look at, we were curious, and we wanted to see what it was, so we followed them.
And then
Then Sarah handed me her glasses, toddled off, touched the thing inside the box, and passed out. I polymorphed her. We went downstairs. We were going to talk to you because you were the only one awake. Found you in Jericho's room, and I guess we all passed out there.
But not... Artemis, for your ease of mind, I'm going to see if I can contact your mother, and then we should see if we can find the rest of our group. Okay?
Oh, right. Yes.
Alright.
Magic.
It's a new one for me. I've been kind of realizing that it should have been in my repertoire a lot earlier.
Yes, long overdue.
Okay, now I'm trying to concentrate on the spell. Shush. I'm going to attempt to try and cast Sending on Artemis's mom.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
I can do that.
New spell. Who dis?
You know it's me. An 11 I rolled.
Okay. So, what are you saying?
Hello, ma'am. We're in a bit of a predicament. Where are you? And, odd question, where are we? Are we nearby?
A few moments goes by and you get a response back. Shh! Art's sleeping.
Beautiful.
I don't know where you are. Art is beside me.
And that's the whole message?
That's it. Now you're starting to put something together.
Is she okay?
Good news. Yes.
Good.
Lukewarm news. You are sleeping.
What does that mean?
Okay.
I think... I don't know how. Rose, you may have sort of said it as a bit of a joke before, but I think that we are all still in Mount Nevermind.
Be good at this magic thing after all.
Perhaps you are. I think that we're all asleep. Or at least our bodies are.
But I don't sleep
Oh.
like you guys do. How does
Oh.
this work?
Oh,
Well, and also people don't generally share a dream with each other, so there's obviously something at work here. Did either of you see what was in that thing that you sent Sarah off to inspect?
Yes, and I have a feeling I know what it is. Art, I think you have one very similar in your bag. If you know what I mean.
I don't know why you would put that on the. I have an orb. I have a couple of those.
No, the one that you found in
Oh.
that one. It looks very similar to that.
That's not good.
I don't have context for this, but it sounds like I've been dragged into a predicament against my will.
Well, you don't have to worry too much. You're actually enjoying the nap that you so desperately wanted.
I am not enjoying the nap because I am currently, obviously, perceiving events.
I'm gonna try to pinch myself like really, really hard.
I'm going to try to lean over and pinch him right on.
Wouldn't that be wonderful if you just went.
Okay, go ahead and give it a shot. Make an attack roll against yourself. I'll say you will have advantage.
Oh, I'll
That is good because I did roll in that one.
stab Jericho in the stomach.
12.
Ah.
12 basic. I rolled a 12.
Oh, okay. You managed to, it's not that hard. You give yourself a good binge. You let go after a couple of seconds. You can see sort of red marks on your finger, but doesn't seem to have done anything.
I'm still here.
We need to get everyone together. Possibly I might be able to just tell Artemis's mother to wake us up, but I think she's going to be letting you sleep for now because she told me to shh because you are sleeping.
I
Should
honestly
message
doubt
her?
someone can just shake us awake in the first place. Magic that is powerful enough to make, and sort of points, her sleep is a little bit harder to deal with than just being shaken awake.
Well, most illustrious Magus, then what do you think that we should do?
Find whatever is causing this and ask it very nicely to stop.
I think we need to go find Lydia, and then we need to go find Sarah, because I haven't seen Sarah at all, and Lydia wandered off.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
I
was
heard-
where you...
Music and a commotion coming from that direction, so maybe we should head there.
Yes.
I'm a little bit curious because Rose is here and wasn't when you were here last, and also Sarah wasn't, but we don't see Sarah.
And you. I mean,
And I. That's
Yes.
And Jericho.
I. That's true.
I am also unfortunately here.
alright, let's go find Lydia.
Okay, so as the group of you start heading off after Lydia, we're actually going to pan elsewhere for a moment. And we find Sarah. As the last thing you can remember is you were in the mountain with your friends and you took your glasses off and were wandering into this room, reaching blindly into this weird box. And now you're at this strange tavern. And see, there are people all around you. As you're looking around, go ahead and give me a perception check.
$21.
Okay. So, as you're starting to sort of look around in here and just glancing at the people in this inn, the first thing that you notice is that it's a very strange group that you're seeing around here. You're seeing a smattering of a rather small group of dwarves. You're seeing a table full of orcs. There's a small group of hobgoblins. And then there's a couple of tables that seem to have just sort of a mismatch, humans, elves, halflings. There's a couple of individuals sitting over at the bar that are wearing these long, resplendent robes.
Any of the robes black, white, or red?
Yes, all three colors.
Okay, I'm not going over there.
You also notice the bartender
Mm-hmm.
is running this way and that, bringing drinks everywhere. Is this beautiful Aarakocra, and is running back and forth, and kind words to each person back and forth a little bit. And after a few minutes of running around, stops back over by you, sitting at the far end of the bar, sets a small glass of your favorite wine in front of you. Says, "Oh, don't worry, dear. He'll be back from his job in just a little while. He'll be home again with you, and you two can return home. You know him. He's never gone that long for work." And then totters back off and starts.
Me? I'm gonna sniff the wine.
Does
Does it-
Sarah
does-
enjoy wine?
She, Hey, that's a very good question. Yes, but hasn't had in a while. Mostly she's gonna check if, like, someone flipped or something, or...
Go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Okay. Ooh. 6.
Okay, you sort of sniff it, put your finger in it, rub it on your gums. Try a couple of different things you've heard people do for different substances. Doesn't seem like there's anything in it.
Small sip.
It takes you back, and it's, as you said, you haven't had wine in a long time. Last time was probably sitting around the house with your husband.
Yeah, put down the wine. Do I see my party?
About this time, as you're sitting down and this person's come over, and as you're looking, you hear some noise as a plate is set down beside you.
Okay.
As there are now a small selection of scones. And immediately you get the scent. Iced pumpkin scones.
Y'all make me so hungry.
And as that sit down and you're sort of looking around, you definitely see Lydia sort of barreling around.
Heidi,
Okay.
Heidi, 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 Heidi.
Okay,
ho.
thank goodness. I go over to Lydia.
So, Lydia, as you're making your way over, Sarah seems to be on her way to you.
Hey, Sarah. Johnny, how are you? You looking bad?
Confused. Lydia, where are we?
We're in an inn. Tavern. With beds.
Yes. Why are you shouting? The
Oh,
band's
the
not
band.
that loud.
Oh, seems louder. Oh, okay. So, we're in an inn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Are the others with you?
I saw Furia,
Okay, that's another. That's 2 now.
and I came rushing down to see the festivities.
Yes, about those festivities. Do not go near the bar, and don't let Artemis or their mother go near the bar because I'm gonna like hike my thumb behind me at the bar.
There's some robed individuals sitting at the bar.
Are those scones I smell?
Fair, Lydia,
Hmm.
look at Lydia. Pay attention. Pay attention. Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know these people.
Oh. Well,
But-
you're in the bar.
Well, no, the bartender just said something really, really really familiar sounding. Like she acted like I knew her and she knew me. I have no idea what or who she is.
There's some strange people in bars, Granny.
No,
Don't worry.
No, look at
Yes.
me, Lydia, Lydia.
Mhm. Why are there
She-
2 of you?
Where's Furia?
Where's upstairs?
Okay, maybe I'll just wait for. She was behind you, right? Like she was coming here. Okay, I'm going to just stay beside you. And we're going to wait. Lydia, look at me. Look here. We're going to wait for her, and the others. Yes, with our eyes. Okay, good. You understand?
Right. All 4 of us.
Lydia, go ahead and make an intelligence check or a perception check, sorry.
Did you say
No, Lydia.
which one?
Oh,
Okay.
Lydia.
Yeah, because you're looking in the right. You're looking in the direction for what you're looking out for.
18.
You would see the Aarakocra as well.
Oh, I've seen her before. She's from shite.
And about that time, the rest of your party starts coming down the stairs. All 5 of them sort of clustered together, looking around the room, and all of you see the same thing. This weird sort of menagerie of orcs and hobgoblins and humans and halflings and elves.
Very lively place.
Tavern is a tavern is a tavern.
And we also see the robed individuals.
Yep.
At the bar. Aren't those the robed folks there? The ones from the towers?
I slide behind whoever is closest to me.
I stand in front of Art.
Oh. Looks over at the rope figures and then looks back at Art. And then looks over at the rope figures and then back at Art. Are these the people that you wanted to get away from?
Yes. White.
I'm glad that it seems that everyone is here. Maybe we could all either get a table or something, because I think there's something going on here. If you
Yes.
haven't noticed.
Yes.
I don't know if there's going to really be an empty table in the house, though. I do a quick cursory look over the tap room.
As you're looking around, there doesn't seem to be anything inside, but you do see that there is a rather large window leading out onto the front. Seems to be like a front porch, a balcony area that has a couple of empty tables.
Patio seating, here we go.
Outdoor is fine, so we know where we. Does anyone know where we are?
I'm on my way out of this
Can
establishment.
I stand in front of Art the entire way, like with my back up against them?
Well,
Conspicuously. Very conspicuously.
Sarah, yes and no at the same time. This appears to be the inn where a couple of us met way back when we started traveling together. But where the inn is
Oh, it
is confusing.
So, and I do want to mention, as you're looking out that window, you can see this balcony seating area on the front entranceway, and then you can just see the ocean.
Cool.
Are we on the coast? Or are we on...
An island or...
Well, that's so much
The inn
fun.
is called the... What was it? The Flying Pelican? Flying
Oh,
Pelican?
don't tell me we're flying right now.
So, I mean,
Were there always, by the way, this many conclave members in your memory?
I remember there being a whole bunch of people of different races, but I don't remember anybody like that.
Are you back? Are we home?
Unfortunately not.
Doesn't seem like it.
Let's go with Lydia and Artemis, and we'll sort of get everyone up to speed. And we'll figure out what to do.
Where should we wait for? Where's Lillian?
Lillian is fine. Like I said, up to speed, I'll get you.
Okay, I'm gonna like kind of also help Lydia in shielding Artemis, even though I am smaller than Artemis.
Can I grab the plate of scones off the table because they're just sitting there?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll snatch those and bring them outside for people to snack on
Okay, so
if people feel like it.
as a group of you starts to head out the front door, real quick for our viewers at home, you're going to go ahead and pop up and start that giveaway now. a second here.
Oh.
So our giveaway is now open. Make sure you enter by typing in the word Tavern into chat. So again, don't forget, folks, when you're entering in, I'm going to jump over here, get my screen again, and cover my wonderful mug up one more time. So again, we have a hardcover copy of Candlekeep Mysteries, which if you were around last week, we found out that our beloved Murdoch had run one of the adventures through last week. We have a set of dice from Die Hard Dice, and then we have and Matt, I love you. We have an OCD Maniacs map.
Yeah.
As these things, if you have not checked out Delve Requisite, all of the maps he draws, he's just to the nth level, does not do it justice. So definitely, if you're hanging out with us tonight, make sure to go ahead and enter that. Again, it is Tavern into the chat to be entered for it. And we will be drawing that before the end of the episode this evening. So that being said, our party is making their way outside. And Artemis, as you are the first out the door with sort of Lydia right behind you acting as a wall. Actually, go ahead, Artemis, make a stealth check with advantage. Because you have a rather large sort of wall in front of you.
And Sarah helping.
Oh, okay. 19.
Okay. Let me take a quick look at something here. Let's see what people's passives are. So, no, if he's going to be able to beat a 19, but... Okay. So... Artemis, you have the sensation that you were able to, thanks to Lydia's assistance, slip out the door without being noticed by those three robed individuals. So with the exception of Art, Lydia, and Sarah, who were sort of focused on getting Art out the door, what is everybody else's passive perception?
17.
10.
11.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, so basically all of you notice this. As Art is being sort of couriered out the door, you notice that there is a person sitting at one of the tables. Looks to be an older human woman whose piercing sky blue eyes do not leave Art for a second.
Mm.
Just the entire time, just focused on it.
All right.
Sort of a roundish little woman, short hair.
Do I recognize her? Does it look like her grandma?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
That one.
No, you have no idea who this person is. I will say, even with a nat 1, though, you would know that this individual is human, not gnomish.
Okay.
Yes, beautiful.
That's
eyes.
fair.
I'm just entranced by the eyes.
Girl.
And also on this individual, very sort of prominently displayed, is sort of a strap or bandolier with a bunch of glass vials on it. Steve, you're very taken by Art, but Art is now outside. What are the rest of you doing?
Grabbing that plate of scones and following.
Okay.
Sitting.
I would have followed.
How do you see?
Art, do you happen to know any human men, maybe a little older?
Rose, what do you take me for?
Oh no, I just... There was someone in the tavern that was staring at us, well, at you in particular, as we were walking out.
Not 100% sure. Were they wearing a robe? Were they a robe person? If they're a robe person, I don't exactly want to know them.
No, it wasn't one of the robed individuals. It was someone with like a satchel to their shoulder with these like glass tiles. The strap.
Really nice blue eyes. Murdoch, you have a question?
This is Dylan. I'm waiting for other people to talk. It was a question for Matthew, but I didn't want to interrupt that. Are you good? I'm just waiting. That's fine.
Well, I'm waiting on you now, so.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It was just my way of not wanting to like talk over someone. Matthew, I did want to ask because I just thought of it while we were finishing our walk. Because if this is where everyone met, is there a snow moon in here?
Make a perception check.
Damn. That'd be depressing.
13.
As you're
I mean, he's
sort
pretty.
of he's large, but so are a lot of the orcs that are in the room. You don't recall seeing a white dragonborn in the room, but at the same point, wasn't your point of focus. And you're welcome. You could go back in and look, but
More important things. I think she thinks about that in like the last second, but sits with everybody else. Has a scum. So this is what I think is going on. I spoke with Artemis's mother. Artemis's mother is still in never mind. With Artemis, who is sleeping. Right where we left. Alright?
I look at Artemis and kind of lean away a little.
I've already tried pinching myself.
Doppelganger.
It doesn't work.
I don't think this is real. I think it's maybe some sort of spell.
Just
or
Artemis doppelganger.
illusion.
Mm,
Is it the ones in
Consider-
the robes doing this, maybe?
Maybe.
They might
considering the location,
Not good.
I would
What if-
say considering the location and its significance, it sounds closer to a memory. Or at least a recreation of a place from a memory.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
if-
some of us are here who have never been here before.
And this
If it
place,
was one of the robes. Sorry.
I don't know if this place exists where we were. I mean, it might.
Flies.
I think if it was one of the robes, Artemis probably wouldn't still be in their mother's care. I'm assuming that someone would have come to collect them. So, I think we are safe. We are just somehow all sharing the same, as Jericho put it, memory? Or possibly dream? Which, to those that cannot dream, they can be rather livid. I've had a few where sometimes I've been able to even recognize that I'm dreaming. But
Oh, loose.
sometimes it's memory, sometimes it's not quite. But this is sort of what it's like. Normally not with other people, though.
Alright.
It's kind of strange, this dreaming thing, to be honest. I don't know how you
Oh,
guys
it's
put up with it.
wonderful.
So if it's not real, we could do anything we want here.
Not necessarily. Considering it's a constructed sort of dreamscape, there's no saying that we're not bound by any sort of magical laws keeping us from doing whatever we want.
I had a friend who realized she was dreaming once and decided to fly off of a bridge. And I told her that in the future that probably was not the best way to test one's consciousness. So,
Take my foot off of the railing.
We're not that high above the water.
As you're saying that, you notice on either side of this inn these large bluish green crystals start to pulse.
Oh, lovely.
And all of a
Spirit
sudden, this inn that had been floating serenely
you
in the
away.
water starts to lift.
okay.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh, it does fly.
Oh, I get it now. What? That's a good name. I hate this.
So I
Is
guess
something
the
not too fond
question
of it
is,
either.
how do we? I mean, for you guys, it'd be wake up, but how do we get out of this? If it's what we're all thinking.
Maybe we can just wait, but that is something that
I
can
mean-
be done while pursuing other things.
What
It's
if we
not-
pinch ourselves?
I tried that.
Yeah.
Rose,
Dang it.
what were you suggesting?
Isn't the robes who brought us here? Maybe the key to getting out is finding out what brought us here.
Well,
I don't
I
know.
think what brought us here was Sarah touching that thing back in Mount
Yes.
Nevermind.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe we find
we were
us
all fine before
an
that.
orb hidden somewhere in this dream. I don't know.
Well, you said that Sarah was the first one to fall asleep.
Yes.
Yeah, she was right out when we came and found her and took her back to you guys, and then we all.
Alright, so, Sarah, what can you tell us about what you saw?
I thought a blurry, shiny thing in
Okay.
what I think was a box, kind of cushiony, and then it felt slightly spherical, and then I passed out.
Alright. That is not much to go on.
Not at all, really.
No, well, I told you I looked inside the box. It was an orb.
I mean, yeah, you said it was similar to what Art had. I mean, what's that like, that orb that you have, Art? Maybe we could start with that. I don't know.
Do you have it with you here?
Well, do you? I don't know.
I don't know.
Had one in the waking world, anyway.
If I check
We-
in my bag, do I have like both of my orbs?
You
We left the orb behind that Sarah touched. We didn't take it with us.
As you look in your bag, you do seem to have all of your belongings with you. Sarah, make a perception check for me.
Here it comes.
13.
As you're looking, as this conversation going, you can feel the wind. This inn is just rocketing at this point, flying through.
Oh,
the
I'm
air.
hating this.
But you're moving quickly, but it is still as a lake on a windless day. I mean, other than the wind blowing by you, you don't feel that sort of unease like anything on a plane or a boat. It's just, you feel like you're standing on the ground.
Okay. No motion
But
sickness?
no
Or-
motion sickness, nothing like that. But you're
Okay.
starting to recognize landmarks.
Uh-huh.
Probably, if you were walking, you're probably about 2-3 hours from home.
Oh,
What? Did you remember something about the orb?
no, I recognize something about the ground. See right there, That's old McCready's general store. And then if you make a left over there, the canola fields, and once you make a right but then a slight left, it's a very sharp turn. You always have to keep that in mind. Very sharp. There should be the manor that's supposedly haunted. Not actually haunted, it's just a very eccentric old gentleman.
Sarah? Where are we?
Close to my home.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that somewhere that you had all gone before?
I thought these scones smelt familiar.
Yeah, you've made these before.
Oh, really?
So, a while ago on the boat, they're very hard to make.
You've never been to this inn before, though.
No.
So
The last inn I was in, I killed a man and then it almost got set on fire. That's when I met all of you, except you, Rose, and you, Murdoch, and you, Jericho.
So there's some of your memory in here too.
Why exactly are the robed people here? That's the biggest question I've had.
I don't know.
I mean, there were robed people in our world that got trapped there. That we met over our travels.
You all, the most common place for a large chunk of the people is the inn. Perhaps because when I dream, there will be people, even if they don't necessarily look like people I've met, I mean, I will still recognize them as someone I know. Perhaps what is happening here is it's being populated by passerby that we've seen and people we've met, but they're sort of merging and blending in ways that they're not fully recognizable, but sort of drawing on all of our experience. Perhaps everyone should take a quick look around more closely and see if there's little details that start coming out to you that remind you of things.
Maybe we should look inside and see if there's anybody we recognize. Other than the inn barkeep.
Maybe so.
Because maybe the people in robes are actually the people we've met along the way and we never paid any mind. We just were worried about getting out of here.
I think we need to look now that we know what possibly is going on, like recognizing the scones, for example. Don't just take things at their face value. Really think about it. Look closely, because that's how I was always able to recognize when I was dreaming, when I was younger, is something would be familiar at a quick glance, but upon scrutinizing it, it would not hold up. Wouldn't be quite right. Maybe we should
take a bite of one of the scones.
Pretty good. Tastes very similar to how you remember it.
I'm gonna go walk back inside just to see if there's anybody that I recognize other than the barkeep.
Okay.
I think so far this tastes good.
Mm.
Go ahead and make a perception check with Furia as you're heading back in.
That is 21.
Okay, so the first thing that catches your eye as you walk back in, you see that same woman now following you as you walk back in. And then goes back to just sort of gazing out the window. As you're looking around, you see an individual sitting at the table further back that is populated by mostly humans and elves. Very sort of almost banana curly white hair, just sort of wavy and drooping, hanging down, with a strange sort of yellowish tint to his skin. Almost golden.
I sort of like squint a little, like I'm trying to find something that's a little like out of place with this person. Like, is this really, really what I remember, or is this, like, is there something wrong here?
At this distance, it's hard to say, even with that roll.
Yeah, I'll take a walk around, just,
Okay.
casually, and circle back up.
Okay, so
Get a little closer.
while Fury's wandering around, what would the rest of you be doing?
I think I'll walk back in too.
Okay.
Not like, I'll say to Murdoch, I guess I could try. I mean, I've never been here, but I guess, it's like you said, we could populate it with things we remember. I guess it's worth a shot.
If you notice someone, for example, from your clan that's here, then that should obviously be a point to you that things are not how they actually are.
Okay, and then with that, I'll head in.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check, Rose.
15.
Okay. So as you're walking around and spending a few moments, you and again, sort of keeping the head on, sort of looking for individuals from your clan, other things that you might remember. You don't see anyone from your clan, but you do recognize the emblem on one of the orcs sitting across the bar. Carved into this orc's chest, right over his left breast, is an emblem that you recognize as the symbol for the Ripped Gut Orc tribe. And you would know them from residing on Orc's Blood Peak in the Nether Mountains.
Jericho is sort of like, he continues to like peek in to see if that lady is like just still watching, and he's just kind of just gonna turn to Murdoch and just be like, there's something off about that woman. I don't think we should overlook her.
Make a perception check as you look in the window.
Uh, 17.
As you're talking with Morgan, you sort of turn and look. You go back, talk to Morgan. You lean up and look again. As you lean in and look in the window, she is staring right into your eyes.
He kind of just like makes a face, and then he'll just turns and looks away, and she's like, and he's like, I think she is. She's a bit more aware, I would say. She's not acting like she should be here.
Oh. That sounds like someone that I would like to talk to. What about the rest of you?
I'm stress eating scones.
I mean, I'll take a look around to see if I recognize anything else, but I'm going to stay, give it the robes a wide berth.
I'll stand in front of you, Art.
Join you in talking to her. She seems like an interesting individual.
I'm actually going to try one of the scones.
Okay. You should
Does
try one.
anything taste off about it? Or does it?
No, it's... As you're sort of going through it, it's... The best that you can tell, it's not your finest work. If you had to guess, this was probably one of the first few times that you had made the scones.
Okay.
It's like it's good. You're enjoying it, but it's like, you know, after my
Dry.
first 5 or 6 times, I started adding that little bit of nutmeg into it, and it just was a little bit better that way. And you know, you know, there's something that's missing just a little bit, but it's something that you had added later.
Okay. I'm gonna actually stay outside, I think.
Okay. So, Art, as you're going in, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
You got. 19.
Okay. So as you're sort of walking through, you catch the eyes. You catch this woman that has been looking around. And immediately,
Oh boy.
recognition, literally like a mace to the side of the head. As you can hear yourself as if it was yesterday, telling Furia to ask this woman if her book was for sale.
Oh my gosh, I knew it! Well,
Okay.
And as your eyes connect,
That means nothing to me.
you watch as the eyes immediately blacken completely.
I'm going to stop and kind of look up at Lydia. Lydia,
Yes.
it's Melee Bailey.
And
You're
that's where we're
going
going
where?
to take tonight's
Oh.
break. So, thank you very much for those who've been hanging out with us. Don't forget, we have opened our giveaway. Thank you very much, Discord, for entering the giveaway. If you are with us, don't forget to input Tavern, Tavern, into the chat to get entered in. We are giving away hardcover Candlekeep Mysteries, a set of dice, and a beautiful hand-drawn map from DM Matt from Tuesday night streams. So definitely check it out. We'll be back in just a few moments, though. Gonna top off our drinks and everything. Be back shortly, folks.
Yeah, me.
Ah.
copyright.
Welcome back, everyone. So before we jump into the strange recognition that Art just struck, I want to remind our viewers at home, make sure you enter Tavern into the chat. Get entered in for a chance to win our wonderful giveaway, Candlekeep Mysteries, set of dice, and a hand-drawn map from DM Matt from Tuesdays. So once again, you can see that. I would make wild gestures, but it is literally plastered over my face. So look where the noise is coming from, because that works on screens. With that being said, we're going to jump back in, or rather out, as Artemis has just had a moment of shock and has told Lydia that they recognize this woman. And as this is happening, and Rose is entering the inn, we have Murdoch, Jericho, and Sarah sitting outside. And the inn is lowering itself to come to rest. About looks to be about 500-600 feet from the side of a house. Nice little front porch, a couple of stairs leading down to a path leading up to the road. A little two-person swing sitting on the porch.
Oh.
I believe Jericho and I were going to go talk to the woman, so
Oh, so
we
you
were
guys are
heading
pro-
in.
Okay, then yeah, you guys are probably just entered in. So Sarah, you were outside alone.
Yeah.
But you know where you are.
Is it my house?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I like look back at like the inn entrance, and I'm gonna step off the balcony, patio.
Yeah, as you sort of walk to the edge and where that opening is, where you would expect if this was still sitting on the water to have like a gangplank that runs over to the shore. As you go to step over, you can see that there are stairs slowly sliding out, leading down to the ground.
I go down to the ground.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna like hesitantly start walking towards the house. Like
Okay.
towards like the door.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh jeez. 12.
Okay. Walking towards, so as you're walking, you can feel this very minor, seems to be early autumn breeze. You start getting a little closer, you can hear the very slight creak of the chains on the swing as it moves a couple of inches in the breeze. You can see, looks to be a piece of cloth. Seems to be thrown over the back of the swing. It's not large enough to be a blanket.
I'm gonna take a seat on the swing.
As you take a seat on the swing, and as you sit down and sort of look over, you can get, you're close enough, you're getting a good look at the cloth, and you can tell it's one of his shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Just laying on top of it, like he had done so many times before.
I start folding it.
Okay. As you're sitting and you're starting to fold it, you start to hear what sounds to be hoofbeats in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like this distance hard to tell if it's one or more than one, but you can sound like something is starting to approach. You can't see it as of yet, though.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of watch the horizon to see if I can see what's coming.
Go ahead and make another perception check for me.
5.
Okay. So we're gonna jump back into the inn for a moment as you are. You're trying to watch as you can hear it going, but you keep going back to the shirt. And sort of like running your fingers over the seams that you've just folded. And we will jump back into Art and Lydia. And in just a moment or two, it seems like Murdoch and Jericho will be joining. So, Art, as you've sort of given that heads up to Lydia, you watch as Maylee's face breaks into a wide smile. She looks over at the two of you. Yeah, isn't it wonderful to see you two again? It's such a
What are you
wonderful
doing
place.
in my subconscious? Ooh, do I want to know what you're doing in my subconscious? For training.
Oh, come have a seat.
Okay.
Alright.
Go over. Pop up on a seat.
As the two of you go to come over, she gets up and pulls out a chair for Art, pulls out a chair for Lydia.
Oh,
Thank you.
As you go to sit down, Lydia, she pinches your rear end again.
Oh.
Oh.
Slides in and then goes and sits back down, chuckling to herself a little bit. It seems like you're in need of my assistance this evening. Or this morning, or whenever it really is.
Some clarity would be nice. I've been here before. Some of us have been here before. Guessing you have. How?
Never a day in my life, dear.
Gah.
Where?
I'm Morel. I am home. Unless somebody's moved me, but I was at home.
So you just kind of like got here too? Or are you just pulling my leg?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Dang it.
About this time, Murdoch and Jericho, you have probably made your way in. At this point, you can see your two friends sitting down having what seems to be a somewhat familiar conversation with this person.
21.
But you
Not
don't
bad.
get the impression that she is lying to you. But you do get the impression she knows more than she's saying.
Yeah, that seems to be her bag.
Art,
Okay.
Artemis. Can we sit?
Yes, of course. Maylee, this is some of my new compatriots, one newer than the other. Murdoch, and I'm so sorry. Murdoch and
My name is not important.
not important.
Sorry, I missed the beginning of the conversation. What are we talking about?
How we
Where?
got
When?
here.
Mm.
Yeah.
How? Why?
I was about to say you forgot that one, but I think that covers just about everything.
You know me, I tried to be thorough. Or you don't know that about me. What do you know about me?
Not enough.
Why are you here?
As I've already told you, it was known to me that you would be in need of assistance. So I allowed. Perhaps one of you called for me.
I certainly didn't. I don't think I've actually met you before. But you talk as if you seem to have a good understanding of what's going on.
gives a little bit of a somewhat coy smile to you, Murdoch, and looks over towards Jericho. Let's just say I know about as much as not important does.
That's interesting because I know quite a lot about just about anything you could ask me.
Hate this.
What exactly brings you here, of all places, then? And a straightforward answer would be desired.
As I've already stated, Artemis is in need of my assistance.
Why me? I didn't exactly call you here.
Perhaps it is a connection between us.
Mm-hmm.
Something that drew me to this place, as it drew the others.
Artemis, what is she talking about?
I don't know. I don't know the best of times with her.
Do you know this woman?
Yes.
Oh,
An acquaintance.
my forgiveness. My
Perhaps.
name is Maylie Bailey. I'm proprietor of Maylie's Musicals. I sell fine instruments in the city of Kaer Westfall.
Ah,
Yeah.
I've read about you. All right, that's a little bit more context. Artemis, do you need some assistance from Miss Bailey?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, figuring out why we're here, what we're doing here. Is it something to do with the robes? I hope it's not.
Others, questions, anything that you can answer, Miss Bailey?
She looks over at them. Well, they are here for some purpose, but no, you are here through your connection to your elderly friend. You are
Yeah.
connected to her, and I am connected to you.
Right.
It's a daisy chain.
And as people are connected, when things of this nature happen, it is possible for people to be pulled through.
Sarah is the source?
That's what I thought, considering it was her scones and she recognized the landmarks.
You said we were close by her home. Sorry, I had a little bit of a harvest goal.
Yes, and he's gonna take a quick look out of the window, and judging by the fact that we're no longer moving, I'd fair guess that we arrived.
And when you look out the window, you also notice that Sarah is gone.
Why does she keep doing that?
It. Well, she did recognize, so I'm guessing where she, her town, her village, hamlet.
Odds were somewhere with incredible sentimental value to her. Of course, firing synapses off into the brain, of course she would wander off somewhere.
We need to go get her back.
As I was finished walking through the tavern, I was gonna head back outside, but do I see...
Oh yeah, you would definitely
Most
see the
of-
majority of the party is now sort of clustered
Okay.
over,
Okay.
sitting at this table. Inferior, you would probably
No,
see as you've been making your own loop through as well.
I would take a closer look at this specific person I know. Is it male or are they male or female? Just
The
Curious.
white-haired individual,
mhm.
as you sort of start to get a little closer, very delicate features, but you do get a strong masculine feeling from this person.
All right. I'll leave them be, and I'll circle around back to, as I'm assuming I'll notice the rest of my party sort of congregating.
I think Sarah's wandered off again.
She maybe looks at the groupie, but of course she has. You
We
should
need to
really
put a bell
find
on her.
What's this?
Maylee Bailey. Apparently someone from some of the groups past.
Oh,
Yes, yes, thank you for that flute. It's still serving me quite well, in fact.
I'm glad to hear it.
Hmm.
We do also try to make quality instruments.
Well, Melee, if you're here to assist, do you know more on what nature or way you're assisting?
That she leans over and gets a little closer to you, Art. And very gently sort of touches the side of your face. Should you require it, you need only ask. And I can aid you.
I put a hand on Artemis's shoulder. We have been doing just fine, actually. In fact, I think that we should just go get Sarah.
That she turns and sort of looks out the window a little bit. Perhaps sooner rather than later.
Art? Art, are you alright?
Yeah, fine. Just putting their synapses that are being connected, as our fine friend has said.
You worry me when you start squeaking like that.
I worry me too.
it seems like
Bailey
there's-
hasn't steered us wrong in the past. I don't see why we shouldn't ask for her help.
No.
It seems like there's more here than just buying instruments from her.
She's one with many resources.
Ha.
Anyway, mainly it's been great. I will get right on that. Good seeing you. And they'll get up and kind of hop off the chair and kind of scuttle out once again out of the tavern.
I will look at Melee, just sort of lingering glance, but I'm going to follow to make sure that no one else like gets caught like somewhere they're not supposed to be.
Okay.
And we all just go find Sarah. Miss Bailey.
There's a little nod.
I get up.
I'll nod as well and get up.
I do one more snow moon check in here.
Go ahead, make a perception check for me.
Just for the heck of it. Almost.
And, Lydia, what's your passive perception?
16.
17.
17.
Okay, what is anyone higher than a 17? Passive perception.
Oh,
No, I'm 17 as well.
I rolled and
Okay.
it was 16.
Well, yeah, no, you're actively looking for something. This is something else that's happening in the same room.
Oh.
So, okay, as you are looking around, you do not see any dragonborn. But what you do notice is above the bar, there is a small group of what looks to be figurines carved. And above the figurines in very ornate, common, is a sign that reads, "To our fallen comrades." And you do see a small wooden carved figurine that very closely resembles Snowmoon.
Right, yeah. Snowmoon wouldn't be here if
You also see
that makes sense.
one that looks like a small halfling.
Sense.
I look at the little halfling, and I think about all of the stories that Sarah has given in the cart, because I always asked and wanted to listen, and as I'm like, oh dear. And I'm going to walk more briskly out towards her home.
Okay. As the group of you are heading that direction, we're gonna jump back out as it's a couple hundred feet to the side of the building. And Sarah, you can now see approaching your front door is a very rapidly moving carriage. It is pulled by a team of 5 horses. As it gets closer, though, you realize that it's not 5 horses. It is a deep, almost charcoal colored carriage with swirls of a very soft, almost like burgundy or like a burgundy orangish sort of blend through it. There are 2 sets of horses right in front of the driver, another 2 in front of that, and then there is this lead creature that at your first thought reminds you of a centaur. The lower half of a horse and the upper half of a human. But this creature is odd. As you're looking at it, you notice at first that this thing is muscle and sinew and bone. There is no skin, there is no hair.
Huh?
The muscles jet black and pulsing and vibrating with every step as it runs. One of its arms seems to have been cut off almost just below the elbow and has a massive spear attached to it. And as this thing comes tear-assing down the road and stops in front of your home, you recognize it now in front of you. On the side of this carriage, on the door, is an extremely familiar emblem. One burnt into your hand.
Ah!
As the door opens, you see a familiar face come stepping out of the carriage. Comes walking out, heads directly into the house. A couple of moments later, comes back out, walks back over, and you can hear a familiar voice. No, we're fine, She's not home right now. She must still be out. Yeah, quick, give it to me, we'll bring it in. Let's see, About a 7-inch wide, about 2.5, 3 feet long. Looks to be box. And as he grabs it, turns, and starts rushing back into the house.
I follow.
Okay. As you follow and makes his way through the house, eventually making his way to your bedroom. Walks over and sort of drops down on the ground on your side of the bed, lays down and pulls out a small knife, and you can hear something tearing under the bed. And then pulls out this long, strange metal, looks to be just this strange little metal bar almost. It seems to have a whole bunch of holes in it. He proceeds to slide it up and inside the opening he just carved under the bed. And here a couple of moments seems to be like almost like doing like a quick stitch job. You can hear a couple of things done and then crawls back out. Starts heading back out towards the front door again.
I look to the bed, but then I follow him.
Okay. As you begin following back out. And I apologize, I thought I just turned that noise off. Eventually you make your way to the front door as he is standing in front of the carriage and having a very hushed conversation with somebody within it. What languages does Sarah speak?
Common, halfling, and one other. I'm trying to find it. Thieves can't. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you do not recognize this tongue at all. But after...
Can I...
Oh, go ahead.
Can I, like, walk over and kind of look into the carriage?
Sure.
Okay.
So, as you start walking over, you get closer and you're walking right up behind Albert. As you get closer, he all of a sudden turns and looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, immediately you can see he is looking not past you like he did when he initially got out, not like he's not seeing you, like staring you in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can watch this little bit of a grin sort of play across his face.
Mm-hmm.
You finally found your way here. Thinking you figured it all out now, huh? What? Nothing to say? No story, no witticism? How about a hug for your hubby?
I'm backing away.
About this time, the rest of you can see this carriage, and you can see Sarah starting to back away from someone. He takes a couple of steps forward. Oh, don't be like that. We haven't seen each other in so long.
You're not him. You're not. You're not my Albert. No. No. No.
Do
No.
you really
I'm good.
believe that?
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. No. 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 I'm gonna cock my crossbow.
as you continue to say that, you watch as he takes a step towards you. But of course I'm your Albert. If I wasn't, would you really take me seriously if I said that perhaps you should shoot it at that little one over there?
How far away are we?
You are now within 100 feet. And
Okay.
Sarah, I need... let me check. I think this is a wisdom save.
Is it wisdom or will?
Just checking here. This is a wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, let's see what that can do. Oh, that's 18.
Okay, what is the DC on this? As you're having this conversation, you're thinking, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is him. Maybe it is that halfling's fault. It seems perfectly reasonable to you to fire off a shot at Rose. As Albert has cast suggestion on you.
Uh-huh.
This pleasant tavern music is not befitting of what just happened.
Yes, I forgot to. I forgot to change it when everyone ran out.
Is she starting to actually turn the crossbow towards me at this point yet, or am I not really aware
Go ahead and make a perception check.
exactly what's happening? 11.
At this distance, it's a little difficult to see. You can see that she's looking over towards the group of you.
Like I said.
I want to run and dash towards Sarah.
Oh, okay.
Because she looked panic-stricken.
We know who that is, guys? Sarah's talking to?
I have
Not
some
sure.
inklings, but I don't. Lydia, where are you going?
And Sarah, what are you doing? Is your husband has just told you it's all Rose's fault? He thinks
Well,
it's
we
a good
saw-
idea to shoot her.
Did we see Sarah raise her crossbow at this fellow?
You
before
saw her
turning towards
pull
us?
and get the crossbow ready,
Yeah.
and then as she had it in her hand, now all of a sudden she's turning and looking over at the group of you a little bit.
Yeah, I would have ran up.
Am I able to like fight the suggestion, or am I just kind of like, yeah, sure?
You failed the saving throw, so you're pretty much. It seems like a really good idea to you.
You know what? That seems like that's a very good idea. Yeah. You know what? Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh,
Oh.
we lost. Okay, we got
Yep.
it back.
I'm back. Laugh too hard.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make your attack roll. Now, what is the range on your crossbow? I think that's up to 120, right?
Give me a second. Range is 30, so 120. Yeah.
Okay, so it is at disadvantage.
Okay. So roll to hit, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So roll the hit at disadvantage. So you'll roll 2 and take the lower.
Okay, good, because the low one was a 4, and the high
Okay,
one
so
was 7.
what's your modifier to hit though? So
Uh,
4 plus what?
Oh. I'm proficient at crossbows.
That's probably like a 12 or something.
No, it's plus 3. So
can't be that
only a
low.
7
A D20 plus 3 plus your dex.
Yeah.
plus my dex. Plus 3. So yeah, 6 plus 7.
So 13.
13.
Yeah.
So does a 13 hit?
Oh, it does not.
Oh, thank God.
Barely misses. but
Rose,
it
as you're sort of following, and Lydia's taken off running. All of a sudden, crossbow bolt flies right beside your head, and as you turn and look, you can see Sarah is pointing the crossbow at you.
Sarah, what the hell is that?
Sarah,
You almost shot Rose!
What are you doing?
and the suggestion has ended, so you are now in the clear and you realize what you just did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I
Shot a crossbow bolt. That's my head.
I was aiming for this.
Standing right in front of you.
He was very persuasive.
Can I just mage armor as we walk up? Because.
Of course.
I'm gonna try to grapple this person as I run up.
Oh, okay. So as you're running up, you do see this strange-looking half-man, half-horse thing as well. That is in the lead of this carriage.
This is all
Okay.
very, very confusing.
Do I think about what this creature is?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Of all time, Mr. Rowe. Really crap. 10.
You're not familiar with this specific creature, but you are, given what you're dealing with in this situation, you are fairly certain that one, it is not natural, but you don't know where or what it is. And Furia, go ahead and make your grapple check for me.
You mean
Not
Lydia?
me, her.
Oh, Furia, had to happen at some
Yeah.
point.
Mhm.
So, Lydia, go ahead.
18.
Okay. So let's
No,
see
wait,
here.
no, that was a strength check. So it's 16 plus 5, 21.
Okay. So this individual is going to try to resist that. Okay. So as you come charging up at this halfling,
Mm-hmm.
standing twice his size,
Mm-hmm.
and reaching down to grab hold of him, reaches both hands up and just grabs your hands
Oh no.
and starts pushing you back. As he has rolled a nat 20.
Oh no!
And with a nat 20, that makes his roll high enough to defeat Lydia's. And all of you, as you are now approaching, as you'd only be a couple of seconds behind her, can see Lydia has gone to basically tackle this person, and this halfling is pushing your furbolg friend back.
Take a few steps closer, Sarah. Who is this anyway?
Something pretending to be my husband.
Oh,
See, looks over from where he's pushing on Lydia. No, don't be like that, dear. Just invite your friends in, make a spot of tea.
Shut
We'll
up!
have dinner like the old days.
what do
Sarah,
you want us to do?
why did you take a shot at Rose?
I was aiming for him.
But they're not even beside each other.
He was persuasive. It's magic. Magic. Artemis, is this magic?
So you're telling me he just asked you to shoot somebody, and now he's asking us to go in and have dinner? Like that just didn't happen?
That doesn't sound like a husband to me.
It's
Sarah
not
says it's
my
true,
fault
it's
if
true.
she decided to shoot at someone.
Shut up! I'm gonna try to shoot him again.
You're gonna try to shoot out. Okay.
I'm gonna try to shoot at Albert
Yep.
again.
Go ahead and
Okay.
make your attack roll.
Okay. 22.
Okay, that will actually hit him. So go ahead and roll your damage.
You your crossbow. You always do.
And then shot your husband at point blank range.
Yeah.
No, he ran through my knife 10 times.
He had it.
If he wasn't dead now, he's dead before he's dead now.
I'm gonna have that song in my head.
8.
Okay. As this individual is pushing Lydia back. And, oh, you have an ally. Roll your sneak attack.
Ah. How the hell do I do that? Okay. Extra D4.
D6 for sneak attack.
4d6, okay.
4d6.
Oh yeah, time to roll all my d6s. Okay, so let me do the math here. Mm, 19.
And that includes the initial 8?
Oh,
is that-
no, it didn't.
Okay, so that's 27 then. Perfect.
Yep.
So, as the group you watch is Sarah pulls back her crossbow, and you hear the and this bolt embeds itself in the side of this halfling's temple. And Lydia, almost immediately, you stumble forward as the body just crumples to the ground.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to. What happened, Granny? What's wrong? I didn't kill him, if that's what. I didn't squish him to death. Are you okay?
No, no and no. I killed him.
What? Is the body still the
Is he actually
same?
dead?
It's just laying there. It has. You can see there's a crossbow bolt buried, literally. It's like a assassin style, you know.
If I cast detect magic, what do I see surround? Pseudo effort.
As you cast detect magic, you have that moment where you've been laying in a pitch black room and somebody has turned a flashlight on in your eyes.
Dang it!
It's all magic,
As-
baby.
Yeah, you're pretty heavily surrounded. The carriage is magic. The creature, the solitary creature is magic at the front of the line. The body in front of you is magic. The house is magic.
Okay. How much?
When you're looking at the house, though, that you specifically notice. Let me just check what school of magic that is. Oops, I'm on the wrong screen. I'm going to call it transmutation because I can't find my spell. My investigation check is failing me. You would also notice as you're looking at it, the magic on the house seems to be flickering.
Interesting. This might seem a bit. I'm going to go up to the body.
Okay.
Is it like face down, face up?
It's sort of on its side. I mean, it was pretty much involved pushing back and forth, and once Sarah shot it in the temple, it sort of collapsed this way under, so it's sort of like laying like this, little smushed as Lydia let go of it as she nearly fell with it.
I'm gonna check it over. I'm gonna like kind of open the lids.
Oh, okay.
I'm not convinced this is normal. I think the sale's right.
As
Here, can I assist you since I'm standing right next to you?
Sure, go ahead and make a. So, what exactly are you looking for, Art? Like, what are you trying to discern?
I want to figure out what this thing is because I don't believe it is Albert.
I want to see if this thing was actually indeed alive.
Okay, so Art. Well, okay, so you can Art. You can make one check with advantage, to if you want to do a medicine check, or you can make an Arcana check, and Lydia can make a medicine check.
I'm gonna make an Arcana check.
No, okay.
Make a medicine check.
Yeah, because you two really aren't looking for the same thing with this.
14.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So as you're looking at this, Lydia,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first thing you notice is there isn't any blood coming out of the arrow wound. Which, again, the arrow is still embedded in the wound, so it's not an impossibility that this thing was alive. But at least you're not getting a whole lot. You're not really feeling like it's as alive as you feel you are. And Art, on your check, as you're looking at this, you, especially where you have your detect magic spell still up and you're looking at this body which is glowing, you are fairly certain that this is some form of a magical construct. And you're getting the sensation that this construct had been the entity that cast some sort of a spell on this house. And now that it is no longer alive, that spell is starting to fail.
Sarah, well, you are correct. Of course, you would know your own husband. This seems to be a magical construct of some sort, which is sort of terrifying because it was able to, if you're telling us correctly, it was able to suggest and was successful in suggesting that it shoot at us. However, it also seems to be responsible for the house that we are in front of, and now that it is in between life and death, so soon, so is the house.
And Artemis and Lydia, I'm not sure which one of you would have done this, but as you're checking, either one of you, as you sort of peel back the eyelids to look, you would notice the eyes are think of the sky just as the sun is setting over the horizon. That sort of deep bluish purple. And it's full of stars. Just little tiny pinpricks of light.
So, if this was a construct of some kind, it means somebody sent it after us, right? It's not just like a memory like everything else here.
Or it was under the guise of being.
I'm gonna run into the house
Oh, okay.
and up to the bedroom and where he was like hiding whatever.
Oh, okay. Crawl under
Do
your
I?
crawl under
Yeah.
your bed. You can see definitely what appears to be a long slit in the sort of the covering on the bottom of the mat of the box spring.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of very, again, it looks, you know, kids' first attempt to tie their shoes. I mean, these are not difficult knots that were tied; they were just done quick. Just 3 small knots on it.
I tear them off and
Okay.
reach in to see what he was hiding.
Oh, okay. As you reach in and reach up and sort of grab the item, again, you can feel it's a long metal bar, and you can feel there are a bunch of little holes on it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you grab it, I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Dang. Okay, dice. 11.
Okay.
I would like to use
Go ahead.
one of my luck points.
Okay. So go ahead and re-roll.
Okay. I'm gonna do that again, DM.
Okay, why not?
Oh boy.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Okay,
Okay.
altogether that's 14. I rolled a 2, a 6, and a 5.
Okay. So as you reach in and grab this thing, immediately you can hear the sound of a spring. And as you jerk your hand back and pull it out and look, and you've got 2 small rows of pinpricks on your palm.
Ooh.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Natural 20. Plus,
Okay.
my constitution.
There we go.
So that becomes a 19.
That's good enough. So you can feel this strange sort of sensation of burning traveling up your arm. Wow, that was perfect timing as your headset turned red on the side of your arm when I said that. And as it starts to burn up, you seem to just sort of shake off the sensation. But you can definitely feel that whatever it was, you were injected with something.
I'm going to grab the blanket off of the bed and wrap it in that, and then run out of the house with it.
Okay. So
Artemis!
as you are starting to run out, does anyone else speak Halfling?
Nope.
You all start to hear mumbled voices coming from within the carriage. Murdoch,
Yeah.
you recognize the language that one of the voices is speaking in.
If you say infernal or abyssal,
Okay, I won't say it. It's you. Oh, and actually, and that's Art. You speak Abyssal as well, don't you?
Yes, I speak Abyssal and a couple words of Infernal.
You're in the process of it. So, okay, you would recognize as well the words in Abyssal. As it seems to be an individual calling out, saying it's time to leave. And then, as you can hear somebody rapidly running through the house, you all hear that strange, the babbling dialect of Halfling. Sarah, make a perception check as you're running out of the house screaming for art.
8.
Okay, unfortunately, Sarah does not hear anything.
Dang it.
As the individual, that creature at the front of the carriage, rears up on its back legs and starts moving away.
Now, um, can I cast Hold Monster on it?
You can certainly try.
I would like to.
Okay. So that is a saving throw for the creature, right?
Yes.
I have suspended
Wisdom.
my disbelief for long enough. I would like to wake up now.
Okay, so that is over here so I can see it easier. Oh, I think this actually might work in your favor. Let's see. It's a wisdom save?
Yes.
Okay, wisdom. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do it. That's a 13.
Not even close. No. So as it starts to rear up and move away, he kind of just like holds like a hand out and like very geometrically shaped, sort of like shackles come out of the ground and just like hold it by its legs. And he's like, now wait just a second here. And he's gonna turn towards everyone and he's just gonna be like, something is going on here, and I am not going to just let them leave without understanding.
I am in agreement.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I have not liked anything that has happened since we got off the very nice tavern boat flying thing. I am marching my way over to that carriage.
Oh, okay.
I have waited long enough. I've been patient and kind.
I'm going too because I could somewhat understand stuff.
Oh, okay. Sarah, as you run out of the house, you can see the carriage was starting to leave, and now it's not, and Murdoch and Art are heading towards it.
Artemis!
One moment!
Would I be able to use the ring of power here to stone shape some nice stone rods through the spokes of the wheels?
Sure, why not? So
It's like when you get the boot, you're getting the boot.
So Art, what are you doing as Murdoch is further preventing the carriage from moving?
I think I'm just going to see if I can open it up.
Okay. So as you go ahead and throw open the door, the first thing you notice is there is a halfling sitting there. Looks very similar to the body laying on the porch. Sitting across, so that halfling is sitting sort of towards the front of the carriage. Sitting next to the doorway where you are, you see a very slender looking, looks to be drow. Very sort of dark skin. Very tightly pulled back but very short hair, tied in a single ponytail. She turns and looks at you as the door opens and just grins a little bit. And then proceeds to start to step out of the carriage.
Is if my detect magic is still on, does the, is there a similar aura being given off from this halfling to like the body that was on the ground?
You're not seeing anything on this halfling.
Okay.
The drow, on the other hand, you are seeing things.
Cool.
The drow, you are seeing... Let me check the school of magic. Ooh, you are seeing transmutation magic on the drow.
I guess. Well, since I heard Abyssal coming from inside the carriage, would I just be able to, like. Well.
I'm here with you.
If I just ask, like, Albert? Does this halfling or does the drow, or do the either of them noticeably respond in any way?
And as you say, Albert, the drow who is now stood up and is coming towards the door and towards you, just continues to walk and is going to reach their hand down towards your forehead. Almost like pushing a kid out of the doorway so they can step out.
Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, okay. I mean, I'll get out of the way.
And as you say that, in Abyssal, this individual looks down at you and says, I thought she was going to be more use. But sorry, lot of all you. You're what I have to work with.
Do watch your tongue, I respond in Abyssal.
And as you say that, you watch as the form in front of you begins to shimmer.
Oh, bollocks.
As this individual starts to grow.
Oh, bollocks.
Guy, get right out of the way.
And
Stand in Art's way.
Art's down at the carriage. Would you have followed
Oh.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be starting probably 15 feet behind. Just
Yeah, I'll
watching.
probably start heading down to Art then if we were 15 feet behind. So.
As you're watching this, what looked to be this drow is now rapidly expanding. You can see this massive body.
Everyone?
4 legs slamming down onto the ground. 2 massive wings starting to spread from the back. The body is completely covered in what looks to be stars.
It's really cool.
And for
back it
those
up.
who are in...
I'll back it up! Now I'm backing up!
For those who are in Roll20 at the moment, I will share an image here.
It's gonna look really cool, but I'm also gonna be like, ah!
Unfortunately, my token only has the head apparent. But if you are on the map, I will shift ping. Am I actually, are you guys even on this map screen? No, you're not. You're on a different screen. So give me a second. I just realized I'm on the wrong map because I was looking up names and places as you were before. This
Ooh.
is what you are seeing.
It's really cool.
As the entire body is this strange light blue tone, the wings look like the sky just as the sun is setting or just as it's starting to break over in a new dawn. And as it looks down at the group of you, and then more pointedly over at Sarah. We could have had so much fun, you and I. The things we could have done, how useful you would have been. What would anyone else be doing?
I backed up back to the group because it got really big.
Yeah, as you guys are looking, this thing is probably still growing at this point.
Oh dear.
I'd like to hold a produce flame just in case things go south. I'm not sure what's going on here.
I've got my hand like behind my back, ready to draw my axe. Like, what is that?
I think it's the source of the dream.
Yes, Jericho is just like while staring up at it. He's just gonna ask, are you the reason we're here, or he needs to know?
So, as you ask that, he sort of looks down at you and laughs a little bit. No. The foolish one that touched the orb is the reason you are here. She was weak, didn't have the will to withstand it, and now she is mine.
Oh, you are. Thank you for answering my question. Looks back towards everyone else and sort of just gestures out. This is probably the source I was mentioning when I said to escape situations like this, you need to find the source and take care of it.
Did you really need to say that in front of him right now? We've all figured that out.
I've
Little one is foolish.
I suppose asking nicely is not going to work.
As you say that, you watch as it reaches down and at the two spots where where you had put those stone spikes through the tire, you watch as it just reaches down and between its talons reaches out and goes around it like this, and you watch as this emptiness opens between its fingers. And it just, part of the stone is gone.
Ooh, fancy.
Everyone? Now, I am always up for amicable solutions to problems, but I think this might actually just be a weapons kind of solution, of which I am not very proficient with.
Well, I found this.
And then I'm gonna like hold up my my bundle.
What is it?
I drop it on the ground and like unfurl it.
As you sit down, and you can all see this metal bar, it's got a bunch of holes in it, but you do see there is one section of it, looks to be about the size of a hand, that now has a couple of rows of spikes sticking up from
How is that supposed to help us?
I don't know. He brought it into the house. So I thought I thought it would be helpful.
What is this creature still? Is it just not even really paying attention to us?
No, it's as you all are talking, it goes over to the other stone bit and again does that same thing where it sort of reaches down and you watch as you can see little flecks of light start dancing between two of the talons. And then it literally seems to crack open a space. And then as it vanishes, there's just a chunk of the stone is missing. And as it's sort of ignoring as you all are talking, doesn't seem to be concerned, starts slowly pulling the stone out of the things on the carriage.
Did Art say whether the carriage was magical or not?
I don't know if
wouldn't
Art commented on it.
I wouldn't
Okay.
have said it out loud, no.
Okay.
Responding to Murdoch, I still have my hand on my axe and I'm. What? Did we?
Listen, obviously whatever you were planning did not work. Boo-hoo, sorry for you. We would like to wake up now, so either tell us how or do it yourself.
And go ahead and make a persuasion check.
26?
Okay. And you can tell, you can see that the head sort of, it's still paying attention. But as it finishes getting the stone out, you watch as it reaches over and unhitches the first creature and just leaves the 4 horses attached. Gives one of them a very sort of like little flick on the rear end. And as the 4 of them begin to start moving away, looks over at the group of you. I suppose that's fine. But that one's going to stay with me. As the carriage is slowly starting to turn and start to head away.
Art, who else was in the carriage?
Someone who looked like that. But I'm guessing Albert, but I said Albert and it didn't respond, so I don't know.
In a sleep state or something.
We need to do something. Like, this is no longer talkie time. Like, if that is Albert, he's going far away into a dreamland.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm grabbing, like, I'm gonna try and pick up the spiky thing,
Okay.
with like the blanket as like help, and I'm gonna just run towards the dragon thing and try and take a swing at it.
Okay. So go ahead and make a strength roll. D20 plus your strength modifier.
That's 11.
Okay. As you run up and swing this thing wrapped in, like you've got it in the blanket so you don't get your hands stabbed again. You run up and just sort of swing and you hear boom, as you hit this thing on its front leg. And it just sort of looks down at you. And then looks back up and Murdoch and Art you would both recognize as it calls out in Abyssal. And you can hear the horses are starting to pick up a little bit of speed.
I'm going to try and cast Shatter on just like the carriage in general.
Yeah, and I'll toss my produce flame at it.
At the carriage.
Before it gets out too far out of
Can you
range, I
call
guess
out
it's
to the
only like...
horses to stop them?
Okay,
I
now-
didn't have that one prepared. I have Produce Flame ready to go.
Could
No,
try
I
to
meant one of the abyssal speakers. Could you talk to the? Do we even know? Yeah, we wouldn't know. Okay.
Well, go ahead.
And-
For those two people making attacks, go ahead and make your attack. Oh wait, is Shatter is a saving throw, right?
Shatter is a saving throw, and it deals double damage to structures. Or is it that they have? Or is it that no? It's creatures that are made of
Inorganic
inorganic
materials such as
material,
stone,
have
crystal, or
dis-
metal.
But I don't know if the wagon itself is a creature.
Okay, and what's the
But
saving throw?
I'm.
Oh,
But
it
like,
is a golden creature. Yeah.
I really think like a little bit of an out of character thing. It's talking like it has like Albert's soul or something.
Yeah.
And it is like
Yeah.
going away.
Yeah, so at this point, Rose would have drawn her axe and raged.
Okay.
It's 25 to hit with the Produce Flame.
Okay, so that'll hit, and this is a con save. Okay. And, Art, how much damage does your spell do?
Question.
Depends on what level.
Actually,
3d8 for normal one.
3d8, yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead and roll your damage then.
And that's 15 fire damage from the Produce Flame.
Okay, and real quick, because I just realized what time it is, last chance, folks who are in chat been hanging out with us, enter in Tavern. You've got about 1, maybe 2 minutes before we are going to be closing and drawing this raffle.
16.
Okay.
We got 2 minutes to save Albert. Someone
And,
has to save Albert.
and as I sort of lob this mini fireball, Art, maybe next time you should tell us a little bit more about the magic items you pick up.
What are you talking about? This is not my fault.
It might be a little bit. More information is always better. Just saying, and then toss it.
It was a contract.
As you watch, as you're throwing your spell, and all of a sudden from within this carriage here, is just the top and most of the walls of the carriage just shatter. And you can now see, all of you now see a halfling. Now lying somewhat sideways in this carriage, getting what's left of the carriage getting pulled away, as then this mote of fire slams into the back of it, and now the rear of the carriage is on fire.
Not saving Albert.
As
I blew it apart.
and of course,
That's
thank you. Apparently, we're
He
having
was-
minor
Murdoch,
camera
I doubt
issues
that's
again.
Albert in any shape or form.
Oh, weird.
The off chance. Otherwise, why would it care about it? Why would it put him in a carriage?
Red herring. I'm kidding.
Maybe.
I will.
I don't
How far away
know.
are we from
It's her
Lady Albert?
husband.
I
It's
know.
a
How far away are we from
carriage.
Lady Albert? By any chance?
So, what would Sarah be? Sarah is currently now standing directly in front of this massive dragon. And you can see there's a carriage that Art just exploded, that has another Albert sitting in it. And the carriage is now on fire.
I'm gonna talk very stern. I'm gonna say, if this is my dream, then I get to have my questions answered. And if this is my dream, I want you out of here.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
How far away is Albert from us now?
That carriage is probably about maybe 80 feet, give or take.
Okay. Can we see if Albert looks dead or not?
At this distance, it's hard to say. You can see he's leaning over. He doesn't appear to be bleeding, but he hasn't picked himself up either. Sorry, what was that, Cheka?
All together.
As you yell it out, and as you say that, you watch as the dragon holds up its hand, and again, you watch as it does that little beam of light, and it seems to open something. And then, as it disappears, you see it holding a small glass orb in its hand. 5 colors swirling within it.
And,
You failed
raging.
to control this. You have no power here. It holds you. And he tosses the orb at you, Sarah.
Go catch it.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Oh my god. These rolls tonight. Nope, that's right. 15.
Okay, so you do manage to catch this small, looks to be about an orange-sized crystal. And all of you watch as it is thrown this thing, and Sarah walks over and closes her hands on it. Immediately, it swells up to just shy of 2 feet across. And all of you see these almost skeletal white hands reach out from the orb and grab hold of her wrists.
Oh,
Why did you catch the thing the evil dragon tossed to you?
because he said it held me, so I thought like it held my soul or something.
It's holding you!
It's
Oh my
holding
God.
you.
And that's where we're going to call an end to tonight's session.
Raging.
And we are going to, and I apologize, I didn't notice that the cameras had gone wonky for a few moments for some reason. So we're going to go ahead and draw that giveaway. I know it's a little later than usual, but we will see what we get here.
Thank you, Maddie, for trying to save me.
I was going to charge.
Okay, so we're
One
going
at
to
a
do
time.
giveaway draw.
That's all. Dreams are weird, dude. Everything's happening.
And we
Yay!
have Sandbagger 3 has 1 hour giveaway this evening.
Oh, yeah!
Congratulations, Sam.
So thank you very much, Sandbagger. Make sure that you send us a message. Let me just make sure that they are still in chat so they are seeing this. And I can't tell if they are or not. When I click on this, it doesn't show me who the users are.
Yeah, on the dashboard it doesn't. That's weird.
I know, it's pulling up and it's blank for me.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So, we're going to hope that Sandbaggers is here. Sandbaggers, please make sure that you send a DM to @ProficiencyBonus on Twitch with your information, your name, and your address, so we can get those 3 things sent out to you. Again, that's going to be the Candlekeep Mysteries book, the set of dice, and a hand-drawn map from DM Matt from Tuesdays. So make sure that you are back next week, as there is some strange stuff going on here, man. Sarah has once more found herself holding this orb. Or rather, being held by this orb, so... And yes, as Proficiency Bonus is shouting out in our Twitch chat, don't forget we have giveaways every night this week. So there'll be one tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even on Saturday. So check everything out. And holy crap, I forgot to do this at the beginning. For those of you who are still weird, don't forget we also kick off our Extra Life thing this week. So every year we raise funds for children's hospitals in the area. You can put extra life in the chat. It'll give you a link, or you can just click that big ass green button down at the bottom. And we appreciate it. Our goal for this year is to hit $1,000. So looks like we were doing had a pretty good start away. We're up to 200 so far. So we've got, again, we'd love to get it done this week during the birthday celebration. So if you got a couple of bucks, great help out. If you don't, hey, share the information. Send it out to people. Post it on Twitter, the Facebooks. You know, bring it to your local library, wherever you kids hang out these days. And don't forget, folks, when the evil dragon throws something to you, and you're adding that proficiency bonus, use it to run the other way, not to catch the thing like it's a football. It's probably not going to end well for you. But thank you much, folks, and we will see you next time.
Good night.
I'm in danger.